welcome back to my channel. How are you? Hope you all are well in this lockdown period. So today I am in front of you with my new topic, which is Coulomb's law. Topic we will study here about the Coulomb's law statement and their relationship, and after that discuss about here the vector forms of Coulomb's law. So first of all, I will start here the Coulomb's law. So let's start the video. This is the law which is applicable only for the 2-point charged body. It means that it is applicable for charged bodies. So according to this law, I will write here the laws now. So according to this law, when we talk about two charged body, it means that suppose here I consider two charged body A and B at position A and B, and the charged bodies, these two charged body are point charged bodies. So here after that I will write here the distance of separation between these two body. Let us suppose that it is R, and the magnitude of charge at point A and at point B is Q1 and Q2. These two charges may be positive, may be negative, or one positive other negative, or second case is first negative and other positive. So this type of charges are located if suppose at particular distance R, which is called distance of separation. So the force which act between them is called Coulomb's force or electrostatic force. So Coulomb gave a relationship of the electrostatic force with the charges and with their distance of separation, as I am going to write here. See, first law is that Coulomb said the force of interaction. This interaction force may be repulsion, may be attraction. Means when these two charges are same kind, either positive or negative, so the force of interaction between them is repulsive. If suppose these two charges are opposite in sign, the force of interaction between them is attractive. So here I consider these two charges are positive in nature. So the force due to charge 1 on charge 2 is suppose denoted by F21, and the force which is due to charge Q2 on charge Q1 is denoted by F12. And you know that the force is a vector quantity, so I will use here an arrow symbol on F12 and F2. So now I will write the statement of Coulomb's law. First statement that Coulomb's law, according to this law, this force of interaction which is called electrostatic force, you maybe represent this force like Fe symbol or F symbol, it depends on you. So here I will use normal F symbol. Clear? So force of interaction between these two charges are point charges, is directly proportional to the product of their magnitude. And second, force of interaction between these two charges is inversely proportional to square of the distance of separation, which is R here. So after combining these two situations, we will see here F is proportional to Q1 Q2 by R square. Here this symbol is electrostatic proportional symbol, so you can say in normal language proportionality symbol. So after removing this proportionality symbol, I will use here a constant which is called electrostatic constant. So here this formula will be K Q1 Q2 over R square. So here this K is called electrostatic proportionality constant. Clear, student? Now the value of K is 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught, which is constant, and in numeric form the calculation, after calculating the whole value, after substituting the value of pi epsilon naught, you will get the value of k, which is 9 into 10 raised to the power 9. If I am writing here the unit also, then you will see that the value of k is 9 into 10 raised to the power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square, with the help of this formula. Clear, student? So after this, see here epsilon naught is called electric permittivity. Electric permittivity in vacuum. Permittivity in vacuum, or you can say that free space. Form of epsilon naught, I will write here the formula of electrostatic force, which will be F is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. We will substitute here the value of k, which is 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught here. So Q1 Q2 by R square. So here you will see this is the formula of electrostatic force or Coulomb force between the 2-point charges. Now if you will see here the value of epsilon naught, what will be the value of epsilon naught? So student, you should remember here the value of epsilon naught, which is epsilon naught is equals to 8.85 into 10 raised to the power minus 12. If you want to substitute here, if you want to write here the unit of epsilon naught, you can see by this formula the unit of epsilon naught. If you interchange this value here and this force here, then you will see that the value unit of epsilon naught is Coulomb square per Newton meter square. So with the help of this way, you can write here Coulomb square Newton meter. So this one is the formula, or you can say this one is the law of Coulomb's law. This one is the Coulomb's law and their derivation in front of you. After that, I will write some important points. First is that the Coulomb's law, the force of interaction, means that first characteristic that the force of interaction may be attractive or repulsive. Second is that this is central force. This is a central force. Third one is central force. Third one, it is applicable only for, as I discussed in front, applicable only for point charges. Clear? Point charges means, point charge mean the size of the charge particle or charged body is negligible as compared to their distance of separation. If I take two bodies, then the size of these bodies is negligible as compared to their distances. That's why I am writing here this. And after that, if I write one more, so this electrostatic force is 10 raised to the power 36 times greater than gravitational force. Clear, student? So this point you discussed in your class 11th. This point is that Fe or Fe means electrostatic force is 10 raised to the power 36 times of gravitational force, which is noted by Fg. So these are some important points for that. After that, I will write here, or I will discuss here, the vector form of this Coulomb's law. Here we will talk about the vector form of Coulomb's law. And why we are doing this? After this, when you will solve this whole, you will get at last the Coulomb's law follow third law of Newton. Means it obey Newton's third law, action reaction. Let's see how it obey. So first, for that I consider two charges Q1 and Q2. This is a Q2, this is a Q1 with position vector R1 and R2. This is the position vector R1, this one is R2 here. So, and you know that the location, suppose Q1 is at A, Q2 is at B, and when I join this line to this, so we will see that this is our AB and this one, because here I consider these two charges are positive charges, so the force between them is repulsive. So let us suppose that the force acting on Q2 by Q1 is F21 and this one is by F12. So here, student, you will use vector properties or vector law of addition to get the value of AB here or BA here in form of vector, but in magnitude both of the values are equal. So here for that, for AB, you can see, if suppose we are calculating the distance, or you can say AB in vector form, vector AB if we want to calculate, here we know that it is R1, here we know that it is R2. So by using vector property, we can write here R1 vector plus AB vector, this plus this, by using vector addition is equal to this. Clear, student? You have discussed this vector addition in your class 11th. So here I am writing directly. So AB is equals to R2 minus R1. If this R1 R2 minus R1, here I will represent R2 minus R1 by R12, like this type of position vector. So I will write here R12, which is your AB vector position. After that, if I want to write here BA, then you will see that in the same way, if you want to write BA, it means that it will be equal to OA minus OB. On the same way, if you want to write this AB also, you can write OB minus OA in short way, if you are not interested to do this solution on this way. So OB you can see R2, see here, and OA you can see R1, see here. So on the same way, we can write here BA, which is equals to OA is R1 vector, this is our R2 vector. So R1 minus R2 we can represent like R21. We can represent this by R21. Clear, student? So these are 2 points. So here R12 is equals to AB, so we can say that R21 vector represent B vector. Clear, student? So see here, in case of, now come to the case of vector form. By diagram or by figure, you will see that Q1 and Q2 both are positive sign. Q1 and Q2 both are positive charges and they repel each other, means that the interaction force between them is repulsion. So first, for charge Q1, we can say that force of interaction or electrostatic force of interaction on Q2 by Q1, means electrostatic force of repulsion on Q2 by Q1, which is I represented here, which is F21. If I want to write in form of vector, so I will use here a vector symbol. you can write here also a vector symbol. So F21 is equals to, by using Coulomb's law, I will write like this. Student, you will see that the force of interaction on Q2 by Q1 means that Q2 and Q1 both are positive in sign. So the force of interaction on Q2 by Q1 means that force of repulsion. We are talking about force of repulsion. So here we will write F21, which is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by the distance between them. Distance is AB, because here we are writing this in vector form. So I will use here this. I will use here AB vector in this way. So student, when I will write this in this way in vector form, it means that we need one normal vector also. So here I will use a normal vector which is in this direction is R12 cap. Clear? So I will write this in next step. So see here, this is F21 over 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. So Q1 Q2 over R12 vector. So if you want to write here, because of this vector symbol, if you want to write here position vector, so you can use AB vector. So here see, in place of AB vector, here I will write R2 vector cap. Clear, student? So you know that this is a position vector, and R12 position vector can be represented as R12 vector over mod of this. So in next step, I will write here F2 vector is equals to F21 vector is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 over R12 into this one is our R12, because of this unit vector can be written as in this form. So R12 is equals to R12 mod, and after that you will see in vector form the formula will be Q1 Q2 over, this is our square from starting. So here R12 vector of Q. So here I will write R12 vector. Clear, student? This is the force of repulsion. This is the value of force of repulsion on Q2 by the charge Q1, separated at distance R12. At distance R12, student. In form of vector, I will use here this distance AB, R12 vector in first case and R21 vector in second case. Clear, student? So this one is the formula, means force of interaction by Q1 on Q2. Now on the same way, I will write here similarly force of interaction, which is called repulsion force of interaction on Q1 by Q2. Clear, student? So means here write a formula of force of repulsion on charge Q1 due to this charge Q2, which will be according to this way. I will write here F12 vector. In vector form I am writing here directly 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 over, here from, because we are talking about a force due to this, so we will see the distance BA here. So I will write here BA in vector form in square, and because of this vector sign, it is necessary to write here a position vector in the position of, in the direction of BA. Here I consider the position vector is DA vector. So in next line, see here, student, I will write 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 over BA. In place of BA, I will write here 2 1. With the help of vector properties, I will write here R21 square. Now see, along the direction of BA, I can consider here the position vector which will be R21 cap. So here in place of this, I will replace R2 cap. So here 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 R21 vector square into R2 cap. Student, how you will write this? R21 cap means R21 vector over magnitude of R2. You know that this property. You know this property. So here I will use R21 over R21 this vector. So after solving this, I will get at last 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 over R21 square into this, it will be Q and R21 vector. So this is our second equation, and this one F21 last here, this is our first equation and this is our second equation. So after that I will compare these two. We will see here we will see here this value and this value, both are equal in these two relation or in these two formulas. Here you know that the value of, see here student, you know that the value of R21 in mod form means magnitude of R21 and magnitude of R12 both are equal to the distance AB. You can see here distance remain constant because the point charges are fixed at a particular place. So here it will be supposed to be, you can write here R also. So if I see this relation, then we will see that this part and this part both are equal in these two cases. So the difference is that only, so the difference is there only R12 and R21. Let's see how we will solve this condition. See here, we know that this part of this relation and this part of this relation is same because we know that R12 mod and R21 mod are equal as I discussed here. So from equation second, after proceeding this second equation, I will write here F12 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 over R21 Q into R21. Clear student, in vector form. Since from the diagram you can see the position means direction of R2 vector, R21 vector. See here the direction of R21 vector, which is along the direction of BA, is opposite to the direction of R12 vector. You can see here, this is the direction of R12 vector. Sorry, this is the direction of R2 vector, which is from B to A, and here is the direction of R12 vector, which is from A to B. So they both are opposite in direction. So I will write here like this. So after that, and you know that R21, magnitude of R21 and R12 both are equal. So we can replace here this value by this value. Therefore, at last you will see student, the formula will be 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2. In place of R12 you will write, R21 whole cube, and in place of this you will write here negative of R12, because this is a vector form, or you can say this is the position vector. So I will write this like, So at final, F12 is equals to, taking this negative sign here, you will see that a value R12 cube into R12 vector. So see student, this is the value of F21. You can see in your first, this is your second, in your first equation you can see this is the value of F12, and this negative sign is here, and after that you will see that F12, at last you will see that F12 is equal to negative of F21. So here the conclusion is that hence Coulomb's law obeys Newton's third law. Clear student? It means that the magnitude of force of interaction on this charge with the help of second charge is same as the magnitude of the electrostatic force or electric force or Coulomb force applied by this Q1 on Q2. Means both charges apply a force which is equal in magnitude to each other. Means the both charges apply equal force to each other. So this is the derivation of Coulomb's law, and this is the vector form. Here we discussed the derivation of Coulomb's law, and after that their important characteristic, and at last I discussed here about the vector form of Coulomb's. This vector form is important for your board examination. Thank you for watching this video.